In this video, we are going to go through this year's goals for the homestead, as well as recap some of the exterior projects we have been working on over the past year. We're about halfway through finishing the exterior renovations on the house, which has included replacing all the old siding, all the windows, 2 new front doors, and most of the trim. Our goal is to finish the exterior of the house this year. Here is a great example of what the front looked like before we started. Another goal for the front of the house is to remove the old stump to the left of the porch and put in raised garden beds throughout this area. This is going to be our Zone 1 kitchen garden. This old outbuilding, which we call the stable, was in desperate need of repair when we bought this property. One of the back corners was rotted out and starting to cave in. We put in new support beams, replaced all the siding, and fixed up and painted the old doors. Even though we are on a quiet dead-end street with only a few houses, we're going to plant 2 cherry trees right near this rock to increase our privacy, as well as a hedge of elderberries along the road to help block the view of the telephone pole. Like most parts of this old homestead, the stone walls have been neglected over time and have become overgrown with wild roses, prickers, and suckling trees. Our job this summer is to start opening them back up to expose the beauty of a classic New England stone wall. One thing Kim and I have spent a lot of time talking about is how important it is to spend time on the land to see what presents itself. Have the land talk to us and let us know how to use it. For example, when we first purchased the property, we thought having the woodlot here, where the old owners had it close to the house, was practical. But as we've spent time walking the land and seeing this spot every day, we have realized there is a better use for this beautiful old maple tree. Our goal over the next couple of years is to turn this area into a sitting area with a fire pit and an outdoor kitchen. This area inside these stone walls will be one of the market gardens we put in this year. We covered the area with plastic last year to kill the grass so we could get an early start in making the beds. We have great plans from raspberry and asparagus patches to wattle fences. In the forefront, even though they are hard to see right now, we have planted 6 blueberry bushes wrapping around this end of the wall. Also this spring, we will be putting in 2 beehives in this area to help with pollination, honey production, and honestly, they're just fun to watch. In the next few weeks, we will be putting plastic down between these stakes to make our second market garden. We are hoping that this garden will be mostly focused on storage crops for the winter: potatoes, onions, carrots, and cabbages. Between this fall and next spring, we plan on building on to the garage so we can have a winter home for the sheep and goats we are planning on getting next summer. This will give them a place to get out of the cold Maine winters and have a warm, comfy place to sleep. Attached to this section of the outbuilding will be a fenced-in winter paddock for them to roam. Our chickens have been happy all winter in the new coop we built for them last year. We do have some predators around here, from foxes and raccoons to hawks and eagles. This spring, our goal is to finish the stable by replacing the old roof. Right next to the stable is the cottage that our daughter and son-in-law are renovating to make their own home. They say the best time to plant a tree is 20 years ago, and the second best time is today. Taking that advice to heart, one of the first things we did last spring was plant some apple and peach trees. This is going to be our new location for our woodlot. It has good access to the private road as well as plenty of room for the piles. One of the things we will need to do over the next couple of years is to clean up the woods around the property. There's a lot of overgrowth and dead fallen trees. This next project is the one I am most excited for this summer and fall. We're going to turn this little building that we call Teeny into a wood-fired sauna. Between the front of the house and the road is this cute little pond, and once the stone wall bordering the pond is cleaned up, it will make a great backdrop to this cool little spot on the land. Thank you for joining us on the homestead today. If you'd like to follow our journey building our homestead, hit the subscribe button and leave us a comment. We'd love to hear from you. And most of all, have a great day and a great life.